Hello, and welcome back to the Tea and Soju Cdrama podcast, your safe spot for Cdrama chatter. I'm your host, Liliana, and it's time to sit back, grab your tea, and let's chat Asian dramas. In today's episode, it is the last episode of 2024, and that can only mean one thing. It is time to wrap 2024 up and see what 2025 looks like. Just some housekeeping before we get into the episode. If you like the podcast, please share, like, and subscribe on the platform you listen to. That really helps the podcast reach other listeners. For more content, check out Patreon, where you can find behind the scenes, first impressions, movie reviews, and now we also are releasing video behind the scenes. So not only do you get to listen, but you get to see what our setups are like and everything. And the first one is already up on Patreon, and that is the behind the scenes of the Ashes of Love drama trio recording. I would like to thank my patrons are Purple Dinosaurus, Marta, Caitlin, Lorna, Cheryl, Julia, Nancy, Amanda, Jane, Cindy, Tate, Valerie, Catherine, Julia, Sandra, and Naz. Thank you guys so much for being part of the Patreon family. It means a lot to me. And finally, if you would like to chat to me or find a community, check out Discord, Instagram, and other socials. The links will all be in the episode notes. So, this episode is actually going to be split into two parts today. So, I was thinking about how to do this episode because I did once I started looking at my list for this year, I did actually enjoy a lot of dramas and even loved some of them, but I don't think I was quite as obsessed with a lot of them as I was in 2023. So if we're looking at it that way, I feel like 2023 was a better drama year for me personally over 2024. But it is what it is. I still had quite a lot of dramas. So I wanted to do something a little bit different for this episode, especially because a lot of the dramas that I'm going to be talking about, I already have reviews on. So I wanted to shake it up a little bit. So, the first episode is going to be all about the 2024 Chinese dramas that I've watched this year, going from my top 5 C dramas to some honorable mentions and everything in between. And then the second half of the episode is going to be the dramas that I'm looking forward to in 2025. Now, these are dramas that we don't have dates at all for them yet, but it's pretty likely that we're going to see them in 2025. So that's what the episode is going to look like. And I think we're just going to start off by, talking a little bit about what 2024 has been like for me in terms of dramas. I've already mentioned, I feel like it hasn't been the best of years for dramas for me personally. I feel like the writing caliber just hasn't been to where I was hoping it was going to be, especially coming off 2023 and such a great Chinese drama year specifically. So it was good, but I wish it would have been slightly better. I feel like we were let down by quite a few dramas in terms of endings. That seems to be a popular theme for Chinese dramas in 2024, which I'm hoping stays in 2024. Please do not take this into 2025 where we have a really good drama and then the ending seems to go, south side. So I'm hoping that's not going to be the case, but we can only see. So that's kind of like my sort of very quick reflection. You are going to get a drama trio episode of a wrap up of 2024. And I feel like I went into quite a bit more depth there, talking to Jess and Caitlin about, what our years were like and what we were thinking they were going to be versus what we actually got. So if that will be coming your way very soon, it's going to be the first episode in 2025. We are going to have, well, I'm going to have a little bit of a break because I'm recording this on the 21st of December, and I actually fly out home tomorrow on the 22nd. So that's going to be exciting. But it does mean that there is some dramas that I'm not going to be able to put into this list that I'm pretty sure would be on this list. And that would be predominantly, that would be the Chinese drama Blossom, which, if you're living under a rock, I don't know why, you wouldn't have heard of this. This is everywhere. A lot of us are enjoying this drama, and I'm pretty sure this would probably go in my top 5. However, I do not put things in there that I don't finish, just because I feel like until the credits go up on the last episode, I can't make a full judgment on a drama. The way it's going, it'll probably very much end up on my top 5, but unfortunately, I'm just not going to be able to fit it into this episode because this is the last day I can record this episode. Because, like I said, I'm going home and I want to take that time to kind of like have a little break or refresh so I can come back in January, and get going again on the podcast and have like my full energy back and have, be ready for the year ahead. So that's how it's going to be. But you are going to be getting a Blossom solo review from me. That is going to be one of the first episodes upcoming in January. So I'm very excited to get to that because, guys, when I tell you I have notes for every single episode that I've watched of Blossom, I have notes for every single episode. So, it's going to be a long one, I think. There's going to be a lot for me to talk about. So yeah, I'm excited to record that. So even though it's not going to be mentioned on this list, it's definitely getting its moment to shine on the podcast, and I'm excited for that. But without further ado, let's jump into my top 5 C dramas. Now, I did not organize this from like 1 to 5 or 5 to 1. I just kind of like bunched them all into my favorite 5 C dramas of 2024. And that's what we're going to roll with. The first one that I put on this list is Joy of Life Season 2. Now, I know some people did not like season 2 as much as season 1. For me personally, this, drama does still very much come up to par. I loved it. I truly did. I feel like the acting in this is superb. The directing is very good as well. And the screenwriting is just so good. The politics in this are next level. I really enjoy that aspect of it. And, it's 36 episodes, and the MDL description for it reads Fan Xian, the legitimate son of the finance minister, found love with Lin Wan Er, the daughter of the Princess Royal. They wanted to live peaceful lives, but a scheming prince plotted his demise. Fan Xian was forced to fake his death to escape certain doom. Now, he has decided to return to learn the truth behind a dastardly conspiracy. Can he break through the web of lies and deceits that expose the plotters and live happily ever after with his beloved wife? Now, season 2 picks up exactly where season 1 left off, and I loved that aspect of it. I feel like, thank God that I went straight into watching it, because Joy of Life season 1 came out in 2019, and it is a cliffhanger. Like, it is a cliffhanger. And my goodness, if you watch this all the way back in 2019 and then had to wait 5 years to watch season 2, I take my hat off to you, because goodness, I am so glad, because literally I finished season 1 and then within about, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks, season 2 premiered. So I kind of timed that really well, and I was very, very excited. So this stars Zhang Ru Yoon, who isn't necessarily a very well-known actor, but he is an excellent actor, and his character here, Fan Xian, is honestly one of my favorites that I've ever seen of his. It's so good. There's depth, there's comedy in this that breaks up the politics. Now, if you're going in this for the romance, don't. For me personally, I don't necessarily like the romance that much, and I'm kind of glad that it's not like a big plot point. Um, that doesn't work for everybody. This is very much a politics drama with comedy thrown in, and the politics are really, really good. We also have Wu Gang and Li Qin. We also have Chen Dao Ming, Tian Yu, and Song Yi. Now, Song Yi, her character here, Fan Ruru, is one of my favorite secondary characters. I did that for my, drama challenge. So that can tell you how much I really, really enjoyed this one. I just really like it. There is going to be a season three. However, if you're waiting for this to be complete and season three to come out, I would say you don't necessarily have to. Season one, yes, because season one was a huge cliffhanger. Season two ends in a way that the cliffhanger is manageable for the wait, if that makes sense. So I would definitely highly recommend this one. It was definitely a highlight for me for 2024, and you can watch this in so many places: Disney Plus, Tencent, Viki, WeTV. It's also on YouTube, and like I mentioned, obviously watch season one first. There is no way around that. This is definitely a continuation story. So that is the first one up on my list, Joy of Life Season 2. Now, the next one up is one that I loved this drama. I truly loved this drama, but it's not going to be for everybody. It's definitely not going to be for everybody. And that is the drama Amidst a Snowstorm of Love. This is all the way back in February. I reviewed this with Becky, or on the podcast feed. So there is a very long episode on this, and I loved it. Now, if you're going into this drama for plot, I would do a hard turn left and exit, stage left, so to speak, because that ain't it. This, I kind of described this to Sarah from Cdrama. We were talking about Chinese drama wrap ups for this year. And what I mentioned to her is that this is all plot, all vibes and no plot. That is the kind of drama this is. This is romance, it is youth romance. So I really enjoyed it. The MDL description reads: as a professional billiards player, Yin Go has become quite a notable athlete. After receiving an invitation to play in a tournament in Hell, Yin Go eagerly accepts. Little does she know that will change her life forever. Before Yungo can even start training for the upcoming competition, an unexpected snowstorm leaves her stranded with Lin Yi Yang, and an instant connection is made. Helped along the way by her cousin, Yingo and Yi Yang continue to get to know each other better along after the storm subsides. But even as they draw closer, Yingo has no idea that Yi Yang has quite a bit of history in the world of professional billiards. A true genius in the sport, Yi Yang once basked in the spotlight of professional billiards fame. But that was a long time ago. Inspired by Yin Go's love of the sport, Yi Yang decides the time is right to return to the world of professional billiards. So it is kind of like a sports romance drama. That's what you're gonna get. It is very much a lot of vibes. This is beautifully shot, beautifully shot. You get very cozy winter vibes because they record this in Finland, and you get all the beautiful snow all around. So, and then you also get to recording in China as well. So you get to step into two different countries. You get to meet a lot of lovely characters. It is 30 episodes. It's available in a bunch of places. Now, the cast for this shines through. It is Rulei. You guys know I'm a huge Rulei fan. He plays the main role, Lin Yi Yang. We also have Zhao Jin Mai from Reset. I think that's her biggest role, playing Yungo, our female lead. These two, chemistry through the absolute roof. Now, Wule does play his very intense kind of character again. This man is very much a green flag in this. He kind of plays, he's very much an acts of service kind of guy in this drama, and that's what comes through. He doesn't say a lot, but when he does say, it's kind of impactful. I really like that these two are par on par in terms of where they are in their careers and everything and how they grow together. So I really enjoy that. We also get to see the wonderful Wang Xingyu in this. He plays Yun Go's, our female lead's cousin. So there is no love triangles, none of that. There's separate couples, which I love even more. So if you want to listen to more thoughts about this, scroll back on the feed. It's like I said, it's the episode I did with Becky, and it's still one of my favorite episodes. We had so much fun recording it. So yeah, you can watch this in a bunch of places. WeTV, Tencent, Viki, and Netflix. So it's very easily available to everyone, I think. Now, the next one is one that I'm sure will be on a lot of people's lists for 2024. I feel like this drama was probably as close as I came to an Eras drama from last year. If you guys listen to the best of the best C dramas for me for 2023, you would have remember that I basically didn't want to choose. So I made a list of favorite dramas, and then I made a list of, eras dramas. The dramas that to me, I was so in that world for the amount of time that it was airing that it really made an impact on like my watching. So dramas like Hidden Love, Till the End of the Moon, those sort of really big drama, Story of Kuning Palace, those kind of dramas that we got from 2023. So this, I think this drama, so that is the double, is probably the closest that I came to that same feeling for 2024. Unfortunately, I wish there would have been more, but again, this one is a revenge drama. I don't think it's classified as a romance drama. It shouldn't be classified as a romance drama because I don't think that's what it is at the end of the day. Despite its posters, I feel like it's very much a revenge drama with a side plot of romance. So if you go into this drama with that in mind, I feel like you are going to get a drama that you really enjoy. If you go in with anything else, you probably aren't going to enjoy it as much. So if you haven't watched this one yet, the MDL description reads Xu Fengfei, the daughter of a wealthy magistrate, loses everything after a major upheaval. She's saved by Jiang Li, the daughter of the secretary director, and takes on Jiang Li's identity to return to the capital. With help from Duke Xiaohong and others, she faces numerous challenges, fights injustice, clears her father's name from wrongful imprisonment, aids Xiaohong in seeking justice, and protects the people. So that is what this is about. It definitely describes it fairly well. This was a major Chinese drama in 2024. I feel like everybody was watching it. It stars Wu Jin Yan, and obviously it stars Wang Xingyu, our beautiful couple that made the rounds for absolute sure. I liked the support cast in this. I liked the story. I liked the directing. The ending, it was okay, but it could have done better. And I feel like I said this when I was recording with the drama trio for the end of the year. I feel like that is the letdown for a lot of dramas this year. It is the fact that the endings they don't necessarily spoil because I still feel like it's very much a drama I would recommend, but they definitely take a little bit off the top of the dramas. The endings just haven't been ideal this year. So, I really, really loved this one. I truly did. If I really had to rate my dramas, this is probably my number one, I would say, for 2024. Closely followed by Blossom, depending on what's the word I'm looking for? On the ending of Blossom, I reckon the Double and the Blossom would be tied for first place for me. That's kind of like how much I'm enjoying Blossom. So yeah, this one was just really good. It was so good that I ended up reviewing it for Tea and Soju, and then I went over on the Debug podcast and reviewed it over there with the Drama Trio plus Naz. So that's how much I enjoyed it, because I ended up reviewing it all over the place. So this one is also super easy and accessible to find. It's on Yoku, Viki, and Netflix. So most people have one of those subscriptions. I highly, highly recommend, if you want just one C drama to watch out of 2024, I would probably say the Double, but also Blossom. But I would go between the two, I would say. But again, I haven't finished Blossom, so I can't put like my hands on fully in and recommend that one. So that was the third one on my list. But again, guys, remember, I'm not ranking them. This is just like my top five in no particular order. The next one up is a modern drama. I feel like this is a little bit underrated for this year. And that is Will Love in Spring. This is a drama that, again, it's all the way back from, it aired in April, and I do feel like it is a little bit of an underrated drama, maybe because it's more of a mature romance drama, and in general, it's a little bit, I don't know how to explain it, but the context of the drama feels a little bit different to it's definitely not a rom-com, it's definitely romance, but not rom-com. Now, this is called Will Love in Spring. I definitely, for a while there, the title was There Is a Lover in My Hometown. I really loved that title. I really didn't like the fact that they changed it, but it is what it is. So the MDL description for this is: Chen Mai-dong was once a rebellious youth, but after experiencing a life-changing event, he chose to become a funeral makeup artist. Zhuang Zhi became disabled due to a car accident, but she worked hard and became a career elite in the big city in order to pursue a better self. One is a funeral makeup artist with a rebellious personality, but is emotionally and physically lonely. The other is brave and dazzling medical salesperson with physical defects. Through constant struggles, they gradually understand and respect each other, healing each other's imperfections with love. So that's kind of like the story. It's basically two people that have their own baggage, and they fall in love, and through falling in love, they also work on themselves to be better for themselves, and that in turn makes it better. They make a better relationship work, if that makes sense. So this is a little bit heavier of a romance because of just the context. I mean, he is a funeral makeup artist, and they deal with things that are a little bit heavier, but even so, this is, again, beautifully shot, really, really stunningly shot. This director is Liang Cheng, and he's directed things such as Follow Your Heart and My Spiritual Medicine. He's not really directed a lot of things, but this one I really liked. So the other thing that this drama has going for it is it's 21 episodes. It is only 21 episodes, which means the plot moves along really nicely, and that really works in this case. It's rare. I wish it wasn't, but sometimes it's rare to find a modern day romance that is under 24 episodes at the very least, but most of them tend to spring it for 30 episodes, which for me, there is absolutely no necessity for that. So this one at 21, I feel like it worked really, really well. It stars Li Xian as our male lead Chen Mai-dong, and it stars Zhu Yutong as Wang Ji. Zhu Yutong, who to me is criminally underrated of a Chinese actress. I adore her. I truly do. I feel like she's such a talented actress, but she picks roles that aren't common ground, and some of the roles that are more grittier, and not a lot of people will gravitate towards that, unfortunately. But still, loved this. Highly, highly recommend it. The only reason that I did not review this on the podcast is the fact that I did not take notes. I watched it in the sense of I want to watch it for the experience of watching it, and not necessarily having to, because so to just explain a little bit, whenever I review for the podcast, whenever I say I'm going to review this drama for the podcast, my experience of watching that drama changes, because when I'm watching something that I know I'm going to review, I'm like pausing every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it may be, to take down notes, to take down a specific quote that I like, a specific scene that I liked, a specific interaction that I liked. So when that happens, that does change a little bit the way that I watch. And also, it makes it so with Blossom, for example, the episodes are only about 40 minutes, but it takes me probably an hour to watch one episode, because I'm like pausing and, going back and getting dialogue written down and all of that jazz. So when I watched Will Love in Spring, I kind of didn't want to do that. And I had so little notes that I don't think I could review it in earnest. And that is, yes, in fact, when rewatches come in. But unfortunately, my time is quite limited and I don't get to do a lot of rewatches. So that is the only reason this one is one that I don't have a full blown review for it. So that is Will Love in Spring. And finally, but by no means least, is the last one on my list. This had to be The Princess Royal. I had I don't know how to, I really liked this drama. I really, really did. And the thing is, I reviewed it, and the fact that I basically had qualms with it, and even saying that, even with qualms, I still find it one of my top dramas for the year. Now, I don't know what that says about the quality of overall dramas for the year, or the fact that I liked this in spite of its flaws. I don't know which way I'm leaning towards, but so The Princess Royal, what is it about? The MDL description reads Li Rong and Pei Wenxuan married at the age of 18. Li Rong used Pei Wenxuan's family background to avoid disaster, and Pei Wenxuan used Li Rong's identity as princess to establish himself. They married for politic reasons without the slightest bit of affection. Later on, she lost herself in the midst of wine, song, and dance. As for him, he had a home, yet did not bother coming home, because he already had someone in his heart. Husband and wife for 20 years, yet nothing between them but power. In the end, it was hardly surprising that someone turned them against each other, leading them to die under each other's schemes. However, when they woke up, they had actually returned to the year when they were 18 years old, returning to the most difficult time in their lives. So Pei Wenxuan went to look for Li Rong to be married again, but with divorce in mind. So this is 40 episodes. It is, a time slip redo. The fact, what I really, really loved, one of the reasons that I really, really love this drama, the chemistry between, it is again Zhao Jin Mai, it is Zhang Ling He. I loved these two together, and so many people love them together that actually, after this drama finished airing, within about 2 weeks, it was announced that they are filming another drama together, and it's going to be a modern day. More on that a bit later. So I love the chemistry between these two. I love the fact that they both went back in time and they both had their memories. We don't get that very often, but I feel like it puts both characters in a very leveled ground. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I really enjoyed reviewing this one because I reviewed it with somebody, a guest who had already read the novel. So it was really fun to kind of like compare notes with her and see where they were coming from. So yeah, I really liked it. Again, the second half I had qualms with, especially because I feel like the second male lead got way more screen time than he deserved. But even with saying that, I still really, really enjoyed it. And this one, again, is very easily accessible. It's on Yoku, Viki, and Netflix. So, very, very easy to access for the Princess Royal as well. So that is what I would call my top five C dramas for 2024. Like I said, I haven't included any of Korean dramas or anything like that. That will be the list that comes out with the drama trio in the beginning of the new year. Um, I have pretty much out of these one, two, three, I have three reviews on, you know, three of the five out of these. So take that what you will. If you'd like to know about any of them in more particular detail, check out if I've got any of the you know, um full length recordings for a specific drama. So I really wanted to do some honorable mentions because I feel like there is just some that really, really need to be talked about. One of them is Love Game in Eastern Fantasy. I actually, is this really a xianxia? I'm not sure actually. This is like more of a straight up fantasy Xuan Huan type situation rather than a xianxia. Yeah, Xuan Huan. It's under tags over on MDL. So that's what I would call this. I liked it. I liked the story, and I think I reviewed this one over on Patreon. I did a first impressions and a last thoughts for this one. So there is way more detail for that over on the Patreon feed. So I liked this one, but I had a couple of problems with I didn't feel like we were getting a very epic romance, and that's what I tend to gravitate towards, in fantasy. So that was a little bit sad. The fact that I think we get one accidental kiss between the main couple for the whole drama kind of threw me off a little bit. Um, on the other hand, though, I do think this was for me like the best I've seen Ding Yushi be. I really, really liked him in this drama. His micro expressions, his movements. I really, really, really liked him in this one. So we have like Ding Yushi playing our main male lead. We also have Esther Yu or Yu Su Shin playing our female lead. I feel like they fit the roles really well. The ending felt a little bit rushed for me. I didn't necessarily like how it ended. So that is probably one of the biggest drawbacks for me is like the romance. I wanted a little bit more out of the romance and I wanted a better ending. So that's, kind of why this doesn't kind of go to my top of the top. Next up is To the Wonder. I talked about this one when I went to talk about Chinese dramas over on Afternoona Asks with Sarah, and I say that this is the hidden gem for 2024. This is absolutely the hidden gem for 2024. It's a very short drama. It is only 8 episodes and it's a very quick watch because it's only about 40 minutes per episode. It's such a different C drama to anything I've watched in all my years of watching them. It is beautifully shot. Out of everything that I've watched, this is probably the better shot drama for sure. Um, so, it's actually also one of the highest rated dramas over on Douban for the year. So take that as you will. The MDL description reads Li Wenshu, a girl from a small town in Altai, dreams of becoming a writer in the big city, but faces constant setbacks. After returning home and working at her mum's store, she meets a Kazakh boy, Batai. As she connects with him and a nomadic Kazakh family, Wenshu starts to appreciate appreciate the beauty of the northern Xinjiang countryside. Despite the hardships of pastoral life, she finds inspiration in nature and slowly falls for Batai while continuing to chase her literary dreams. So that's the story. These are all actors and actresses that were new to me. It stars Ma Yi Li, it stars Zhou Yiran, and Yu Shi. So I really liked it. It shows a completely different ethnic group within China. So I highly, highly recommend this one. I really, really liked it. And again, it's only 8 episodes. The only thing is, it is only available on iQIYI. iQIYI has this one locked down to their site. So if you want to watch it, that is the only legal place you can watch it. But I definitely, definitely highly recommend this one. The next one is Blossoms in Adversity. This one was such a good one. It is a really good historical. Again, it's one of those where the romance is just okay to me, but what I'm here for is the absolute, I don't know, the absolute female center cast for this drama and the female story, the female lead. I loved all of that. I have all my notes. I ended up not reviewing this one, but what I decided to do is I'm actually going to review this one, but instead of it being for the main podcast feed, I'm going to put it on Patreon and do kind of more of a relaxed review with the notes that I do have for it. So look forward to that on the Patreon feed. This one's 40 episodes, and it stars Zhang Jingyi and Hu Yitian as the main couple. But again, I don't think the romance is the main thing for this. I truly believe that the female cast made this drama so much better, and that's what I loved about it so much. So that is Blossoms in Adversity. And then finally, honorable mentions, The Story of Pearl Girl. I really, really loved this one. It was a really hard decision whether I was going to put this one in my top dramas or not. It's not even the ending that I know a lot of people are miffed about. I was fine with the ending. Like I thought that was where it was going to end up. I have a lot of notes. I am planning to hopefully do a review for this one at some point for the podcast, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. It is 40 episodes. It stars Zhao Lushi and Lu Yuning. The chemistry between them is great. I know a lot of people have a lot of problems with the male lead for this one. Um, I hope to address that in the podcast episode when I do get around to it. But I did enjoy this because it's Alushi and it's her story, and that truly I gravitated towards that. I think her performance in this is top notch. I honestly do. So I think even if it doesn't quite make it into my top five, it's just like a hair's breadth away of not making it into my top five. It's still one that I definitely loved and definitely would recommend. So without putting Blossom in, because again, when I'm recording this, I still haven't finished it. That is what my 2024 Chinese drama year is looking like. So let me know in the comments, guys, what is your top 2024? I don't know, either one or, your top three Chinese dramas for the year. I would love to get a conversation going and see what you guys, come up with for that list of yours. So, let's now switch gears. And now that we've wrapped up 2024, let's look towards 2025. Now, the first one on my list that I'm super, super excited for, and I think this may be a January 2025 drama. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, but I feel like we may get it in January. I could absolutely be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time and it wouldn't be surprising. But, and that is The First Frost. Now, this is going to be the follow up to Hidden Love. It's going to start by Jingting and Zhang Runan. This is going to have a completely different cast to the cast of Hidden Love. It's a very different story. I feel like it's going to be darker in a sense. Even if you look at the posters side by side, they look very, very different. I'm just going to read you the MDL description. It reads, when Yi Fan, a reporter, went to a bar called Jiaban to meet with her best friend Zong Si Chiao. While she was at the bar, she met Sang Yan, a department manager and one of the owners of Jiaban. He was Yi Fan's high school desk mate and the guy she once fell in love with. The two bump into each other, and as Yi Fan pretends that she does not know who Sang Yan is, Sang Yan does the same. After some problems occur, the two accidentally become housemates and later on reconcile their love once again. So I feel like it's going to be forced cohabitation, that sort of trope. I'm intrigued. I'm a little bit sad that we don't get to see the original cast, but I have faith in Bai Jingting. I feel like he's a really, really capable actor. So I am looking forward to this one. This is one that I will definitely be checking out regardless of when it comes out. Hopefully we'll get to see it sooner rather than later. But that is the first Frost. Next up is Moonlight Mystique. Now, this is a Bailu drama. It's a xianxia. You better know that I'm in for it. So this is going to be a IG production. It's going to start Bailu and it's going to start out Ru Peng. So I'm very excited. The MDL description reads, Bai Shu, the youngest daughter of the general's mansion, made a vow to cultivate immortality as a way to repay a favor. While on her journey to seek immortality, she unexpectedly saved the powerful demon god, Fan Yu. Initially strangers, they gradually went from mutual manipulation to mutual affection and eventually both fell in love. Despite facing many obstacles, their love was strong enough to overcome any limitations, allowing them to embrace each other truly. So this is going to be 40 episodes. Again, it's Xianxia and Bailu. I was bound to check this one out. Now, this is linked to ancient love poetry, which I'm not a fan of. I dropped this one, so that doesn't bode well, but I'm keeping an open mind. It just says related content, ancient love poetry, and it says Chinese parent story. So we shall see. I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be good. It's directed by Chu Yu Boon, who is a master. He's done The Starry Love, Story of Cooning Palace, Blossoms in Adversity, The Blue Whisper. He is also the director for Skate into Love, Eternal Love of Dream, amongst many, many others. This man has done a lot of xianxia. So, that is a promising. It also directed by Gu Ziwei, and they've done The Blue Whisper, The Long Ballad, Story of Cooning Palace, Skate into Love, amongst others. So excited to see that. It's of course, MDL is not saying who the screenwriter is, which is a little bit annoying. I wish they would. So I'm just looking further down, but no, they're not saying who the screenwriter is. So the original creator is Xing Ling, and they've done The Last Immortal, The Legend of Adler, and Ancient Love Poetry. So they are the original creator for those, like, source material for those dramas. So we shall see where this one lands. I'm excited. Cautiously so. I love Bailu. I've loved the content that we've seen for this drama. The only thing I'm not sure about is Al Ru Peng, the male lead. I'm not sure how much he can carry a drama quite yet. At least I haven't seen him in anything where I've gone, wow. So I'm hoping that changes for this drama. We shall see where we land. But yeah, that is Moonlight Mystique. Next one up is one that I've already touched on, and that is Our Generation. I am super excited about this one. It's the reunion of Zhao Jinmai and Zhang Linghe, but in a modern setting. I don't know, guys. I'm just very excited. It's going to be a Yoku production. It's going to be a youth romance drama. I mean, can it be more for me than that? I love romance youth, and I haven't watched a really good one in a long time. So I'm very excited about this one. It's based on the drama Cherry Blossom or something. Yeah, Cherry Amber, sorry. So a lot of people really like that novel. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to see what this one's like. This one is definitely, this one and obviously all of the others that I've talked about for the 2025. These are dramas that I will absolutely check out whenever they do come out. So the next one up on my 2025 looking forward to is Lament of the River Immortal. This one again is another Bailu drama. This one is the one Bailu has seems to have a few for 2025. She also has Northward, which I'm also considering checking out, but that's going to be a very different vibe of a drama. But out of everything that she has upcoming, this is probably the one that I'm most looking forward to. It is another Aichi production. So uh, I don't know. It's 40 episodes. It stars by Lou, but it also stars Joseph Zhang, who I love this actor. He's been in so many things. He's been in stuff like A Lonely Hero's Journey, Romance on the Farm, My Journey to You as a guest role, but he's also been in Mysterious Lotus Casebook, High Venus. So he's been in quite a few things, and I really, really like this actor and the chemistry that I've seen out of these two for these roles. The promo is stunning. If you just go on MDL and you put Lament of the River Immortal, just take a peek at the poster for it. It is stunning, 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 stunning. We have Joseph Zhang in a white wig. Sign me up. We have Bailu in like red and white and him in all white. It is stunning, the poster alone. So the MDL description just reads, in a captivating fairy tale, Li Chongyu, a powerful immortal blessed by the four spirits, and Bai Ju Si, a revered master of Dashang, find themselves drawn together. However, a cruel twist of fate leads to a misunderstanding that ignites a heartbreaking conflict, even resulting in their demise. But destiny is not done with them yet. Granted a second chance, they mend their broken bond and join forces as champions. Together, the immortal and the master unite to protect the innocent from looming threat. So I feel like this is going to be a story where they will become lovers and then enemies, which, I mean, that just sounds great. So very, very excited for this one. So that is Lament of the River Immortal. And then the other one is A Dream Within a Dream. This is going to be a Lu Yuning drama and Li Yitong. Again, Li Yitong, great actress, severely underrated in my opinion, but I'm very excited. I've seen a lot of promo for this. This is again going to be an Aichi drama. I feel like a lot of the dramas that I'm very excited for are Aichi dramas. So please, Aichi, deliver. Please, for the love of all drama gods, deliver. Because I have a lot of hopes for this. So this one again is called A Dream Within a Dream. It's going to be hopefully a 2025 drama, 38 episodes, Aichi drama. And the MDL description just reads, what would you do if you accidentally cross over into the world of a script and become the heroine who is abandoned and abused to death by the villainous hero? Song Xiaowu does not need to think about it. Without a doubt, she would run away as far as she can. However, no matter how hard she tries, the plot will always push her to the hero, Nan Hung, and stage one famous scene in the script after another. In this world of a script, there are also countless characters that have been set for a long time. Some people are trapped in the deep palace, some are trapped in aristocratic families, some are tired of competition amongst women, and some are running away from those in power. Some people yearn for love and freedom, but they can only dance around in shackles. Some people dream of rising rapidly, but their passion gets worn away by constraints and mediocrity. Day after day. This is not only a fierce battle between the death-fearing salted fish Song Xiao Yu and the vicious and merciless Grim Reaper Nan Hung, but also the battle between every script character and their established fate. So, it's going to be a transmigration drama. We've seen a lot of those this year, but they've done really well. We've seen a few of those this year, but they were done fairly well. So I'm very excited. I've loved the promo that they've put out for this so far. So that is a dream within a dream, and I'm definitely checking this one out. So for the last three on my list, it's dramas that are possibly going to come out in 2025, but they might be stretched into 2026 or they might be 2026 dramas. That's why, the ones that I just mentioned, so Our Generation, First Frost, Moonlight Mystique, Lament of the River Immortal, and A Dream Within a Dream, are very likely for 2025. The next three may be a 2026, but they are just dramas that I'm so excited for that I had to kind of like mention. The first one of those being Love Beyond the Grave. This is one that I'm so excited for. It is gonna be a Dilraba drama and a Arthur Chen drama, so Chen Fei Yu. So I am very excited. These two is a pairing that I never thought I would see, but I'm kind of excited. It's also going to have Wei Ziming in this, so I'm very excited. It's a Tencent slash WeTV video drama, and the MDL description reads: it tells the story of the 400-year-old strongest female ghost master, He Si Mu, and the mysterious Major General Duan Shu, who met because of the broken delusional sword. Since then, they have formed a contract to exchange 5 senses, and since then, they have been connected by fate and have worked together to maintain peace between human and spiritual worlds and protect the beautiful world. So it's going to be that type of story. It is a wuxia fantasy romance. It's age gap in real life, so adapted from a novel, those sort of things. It's going to be ghosts. So I'm very excited to see. The styling for this has been beautiful. The stuff that has come out has been so pretty. So I don't know. Hopefully, we will see it in 2025, but it may be a 2026 drama. So that is Love Beyond the Grave. The next one is Love in the Clouds. This one I feel like is still very much in the early days, but I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be a Yoku drama. It's gonna be Lu Yu Xiao and Neo Ho. I adore both of these. The casting for this with these two is going to be so good. This is still filming as of right now, as of me recording this episode. So I'm so excited to see what they come out with. The stuff that we have seen come out is really good. So the MDL description just reads: at the annual Qing Yun conference of the Six Realms of Hishu, Zhi Bu Zai, a former prisoner of the Pole Star Abyss, defeated Ming Yi, a cold female warrior who had won 7 consecutive victories and became the hottest new star of the Pole Star Abyss overnight. Ming Yi disguised her true self and turned into a dancer to approach Ji Bu Zai. So that's going to be, what it is. I don't have a lot more of details other than that. It's going to be a romance wuxia fantasy again. So I feel like from what I'm getting, I feel like fantasy and xianxia and xuanhuan wuxia is gonna rule next year. I feel like, at least from the dramas that I'm excited to watch, I feel like that's what really shines through from my choices. And then finally, we just have uh Chu Long Yin. Now, this is the drama that I talked to Sarah about. I'm very excited. This is going to be Lo Yun Chi drama, but it has a bunch of other people in the main role. It has Xiao Shun Yao, Ao Zi Yi, it has Alan Fang, it has Bao Shang En, it has Sabrina Chen. So it encompasses a lot of people. Now, the only downside, this is a Mango TV drama, and I'm so annoyed for that reason, but we get what we get. Hopefully Vicky picks this up because I really want to watch this one so badly. It's going to be 40 episodes. The styling for Lo Yun Chi for this, guys, it is some of the best styling for Lu Yun Chi. That is all I'm gonna say. He has this stunning wig where it's black and then like all the tips are white and then he has like white bits going through it. It is stunning, stunning. So, and the styling for him is just so pretty for this drama. And the MDL description just reads Yemo, the leader of the cult of Eternal Paradise, who has terrorized the martial arts world for many years, is finally slain by a group of martial arts heroes. However, 10 years later, the shadow of evil forces still lingers, and the seemingly peaceful martial arts world surges with dark undercurrents. Originally a recluse, the morally ambiguous Tang Li Tzu becomes involved in a murder case and is entangled in a deadly conspiracy aimed at destroying the martial arts community. So this one is going to be a wuxia through and through, like mystery wuxia. It is definitely up that alley. It's going to be historic, friendship, people traveling together and solving cases type of situation. So I am very excited for this. So that's kind of like what I have on my list of for definite for me for checking out in 2025 or 2026, depending on when these dramas air. But overall, I feel like even with the stuff that I'm looking forward to, I've noticed more so, I think 2023, but 2024 has put that more into perspective for me, that I've become way more of a historical watcher than anything else. That is where I feel my happiest, so to speak. And I can't believe that is the case because that was definitely not me. I was very much a modern drama through and through, and that's just not the case anymore. I very much prefer watching you know watching historicals now. I just feel like they can add in so much context and the stories just seem to be slightly better in a historical content. Um for modern dramas, I feel like it needs to be a very specific type of modern drama for me to really enjoy it. I just need way more plot nowadays for me to be fully engaged with the drama, and I feel like modern dramas just haven't really been giving me that nowadays. So I feel like that really does push me towards historical dramas. So I feel like I hope that 2025 brings us a better writing, better dramas, at least better than 2024, please and thank you. If these materialize, I feel like I'm hoping they'll be good, because these are ones that sound very promising. The content we've seen for them has been very promising, so I'm excited to see what makes it to 2025. I hope it'll be a captivating year. In terms of tea and soju, I just hope, we keep growing our little community. I thank you, everyone that listens to the podcast and tunes in. It means the absolute world that you do and that you let me in, to your routine, and keep you company, whether you're driving, whether you're cooking, whether, you're just working or whatever it may be. I'm so happy that I get to keep you company, and I'm so glad that you tune in to the podcast. It is still an absolute joy to do this. And if it wouldn't be, I wouldn't be doing it. So I thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in. Let's hope for a better community, a better drama year for everyone. And Happy New Year, guys. And I shall catch you in the next one. Bye.